Like to call to order the Palm Springs Unified School District Board of Education Foundation Subcommittee meeting, May 18th, 2023 at 3 p.m. May we have a roll call, please?
Palm Springs Unified School District Board Member Cornett,
Here.
Foundation Board Member Bush,
Here.
Foundation Director Goodman,
Present.
Superintendent Sweezy,
Here.
and then we have Board Member Girardi absent and Foundation Board President Gothier absent as well.
Okay. Hope everybody's had a chance to look over the agenda, so I need a motion to approve the agenda.
Motion to approve.
Thank you. I have a second. All right, Mike second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Have we received any public comments?
We have not received any public comment.
Thank you. And now we'll go down to number 4, the information and discussion about the foundation update. And Ellen, would you like to proceed with that?
Yes, thank you very much. Okay, so I'll just run through my list. I'll just first start with our essay contest that was, gosh, the days are all running together. It was last week. Sadly, it was during a school board meeting. And so I know that your thoughts were with us, and I did read your statements. Thank you so much for providing them. They were really important. People really wanted to hear what you had to say. And Karen, a big shout out. You really brought forth just the writing, like what it's like to write and the importance of writing. And that went over really well. The families, I don't think they realized that the students would be receiving cash prizes. And when those young people stood up to get their photos taken with their families, and they opened the envelope and fanned out all these $100 bills, the families were like, "Oh my God!" And then what was really great is when you get a picture taken, all of a sudden everybody has their New York Times look, right? Like, so they go from this, "Oh my God," eye popping, all this money and all these great prizes, to these really very lovely photos. And it was just a fantastic evening. Again, Senator Boxer read quite a few parts of the essays, keeping the anonymity to the students who had requested it, but the writing was really essential. It was just so beautiful. It was a very, very lovely evening. And then the Western Wind Foundation, who has been who's been instrumental in being a founder of the essay contest, he is actually commissioning, I guess that's the word, commissioning someone at UCR to actually review the essays, looking for common themes, looking for where our students are at, and what we might be able to do next year with different topics, or even how maybe to serve them at the district. It was just, he really felt compelled after reading essay after essay. We had 189 essays that were submitted. And of course, each middle school had a first and a second place winner, so 12. 210 essays were actually written, but only 189 were submitted by the deadline, but all 210 students got t-shirts. And then the winning prizes, of course, was $500 for first place, $250 for second place, dollars, a Kindle, and then $100 Kindle download from Amazon so they could read. One young lady was so poised with her essay and just in her mannerism that I said to her, "I have a feeling you're going to run for public office one day." And she goes, "Oh my God, you're the second person who said that to me today."
Oh, that's
It was really
awesome.
sweet. It was just beautiful. So that was our essay contest. So we're putting that to sleep until next year, except for, of course, the Western Wind Foundation funding the analysis, which we will then deliver back to Mike and Simone, and we'll chat about that. I'll move on to a scholarship season, as you know. And so we've received all of our scholarships applications. I believe we've got about 55 applicants, and we're going through all the interviews with students, some very strong students. We have some very motivated, well-written essays, personal statements, and going to great colleges. I feel very proud of them. It's very hard to make the decision. And so those decisions will be made next week, and they'll be announced next week. SMART, our SMART graduation, student mentor resource training. We're graduating our cohort and we are celebrating them on May 25th. I think everybody's got an invitation to that, and I will send reminders around. It is from 5 to 7. And so I don't know, Erica, if you have that information or not, but you do? Okay, great. Thank you very much for that. We're super excited. I don't know, it just seems to be a very fabulous cohort, mentors, everyone. Each year we get better and better and tighter and tighter. It's going to be very sad to see them go. So we'll celebrate them at the Palm Springs Air Museum. And again, they will also get, money to go to college. They get $500 to use as they wish in their student store for gear, for food, however they would like. They get graduation shawls or stoles that they get to wear across for graduation. Everyone gets a device, so they've all get iPads. And then, of course, their families are invited for the dinner so that we can celebrate them. And we are retiring our 2 team leads this year. And I want to thank the district for giving the thumbs up for the shiny apple. And so Sydney Williams and Sherry Stewart are retiring out of their positions, and we'll acknowledge them on the 14th. I'll jump to wellness centers really quickly. Okay, wow. We're cranking it out. So we are at Cielo Vista Charter right now, moving through their wellness center. We have met with Rancho Mirage High School. We begin their wellness center July 1st. We met with Bubbling Wells Elementary School. Right after Rancho Mirage High School, we will begin their wellness center. We might be able to do 2 at one time. That is a possibility, providing that they have custodial support in the evenings. We're not really sure, because we could do a morning and we could work on a wellness center and then run to another school in the afternoon. And so that is a possibility, and we are looking at that. And then, yay, Palm Springs High School. We have a meeting with Palm Springs High School on the 31st. Looks like Mike might have found a location for his wellness center. So we're super excited. It's moving really, really well. We're also visiting the wellness centers that we have already established, so that we can go back and look to see, okay, what areas do we need to be spend a little bit more time or a little bit more attention? Some things we did not want to create as permanent, and so we tack them up and put them up to see how that would look. And now we get to go back. And when I mean permanent, it's like wallpaper, contact paper, or like inspiration boards and so forth, those types of things. So we left them as placeholders. Now we get to go back and firm those up. I will jump to our shoe campaign, and we're still in the middle of the shoe campaign. And I was really surprised. Our numbers today is 41,000 that we have raised. Our goal is 75, and I didn't think we were that close. And
That's
if I
great.
may say, it is great. Thanks, Mike, for saying that. And I'll show the financials in a second. Last year it was 71,000, and we had a very large donation. We started the shoe campaign off with 25,000 as a match, and that we did not get. That was not a return gift. It did not recur this year. So if I look at our delta, I could see that that one large funder, which decided not to come back this year, is really a big part of that gap, right? So right now we're 30,000 away from where we were last year, and 25 of it is from that funder. So I'd say we're doing really well. We're going to have a big push the next few weeks for the end of school, and then we'll have another push for back to school. Our funders in the area, the foundations, Anderson Children's, Bighorn, we do need to invite them to our distribution events that will happen in August. They do expect to be invited to those. So I'll work with Lisa and her team. Jump really quickly to musical instruments, which we actually don't have a lot to do with that as far as any people power or hours spent on that. It's really Barbara Englund and her team. Becca is managing that. But with the Galen gift, we are able to fill the gap and fully fund the 5th grade keyboards. And so we've been going back and forth with vendors and prices and shipping, and then ultimately, how will they be stored at the schools? So we're doing that. MTU is having their senior showcase, and that is also on May 25th. So I will run from the SMART event over to Rancho Mirage High School, and where some of those graduating students will get scholarships. What's really great, I can't remember if I mentioned this last month, is there is a group of, they actually are parents and individuals who were raising money for another project wasn't musical theater, wasn't students. It was another project, and that project has completed, and they have contacted us, and they now would like to come over and be our fundraising arm for the arts at our schools and MTU. And so we have our first meeting, I believe June 14th is our first meeting. So we're excited about
Wow.
that. Yes, it's the first time. And I will say that we are working so well with Barbara and David and Michael and the team that we've generated the money, and we're expanding the capacity around that. So we're
Great.
very excited. I did mention to you, I've mentioned it at a school board meeting, and we did talk prior, TED Ed student. So just as a reminder, we did apply for the license. The foundation did receive it. I mean, it's very exciting to be able to use the brand TED Ed student. That's very cool. It's beta testing at Nellie Kaufman. They're in their third week, I believe. It's going really well. The kids, it's really good. So it builds in this literacy. They have to read about a topic. They have to write about their topic. They have to tell their personal story about their topic. Topics so far include autism. Topics include how important it is to focus on school in middle school. Other topics are cooking. There was a topic of Alzheimer's. There was a topic of trauma in the family. Really, really important stuff. And the kids are fantastic. There will be a very small presentation by the students. It will happen on June 1st. It'll be in the library. They basically are just going to tell their story, whatever story they're doing. And they're getting not acting, it's not acting lessons, but the one of the facilitators is a Broadway director. And so he really brings out that art. And then the other facilitator is a clinical psychologist who worked in schools. He's now retired. And they're just a great team together. Let's see. What my eighth plate that is spinning in the air is we will be bringing on 2 new board members July. Now, I say two new ones. One might not be able to, if indeed they are chosen to fill a seat in the Valley that is open right now, and they're looking to fill a seat. And if that person is chosen to fill a seat, then they would not join our board. But if they're not chosen, and we should know by Friday, then that person would be joining our board. So 2 new board members, that's great. Our year-end party, June 1st. And I want to thank Brandini Toffee for donating 100 popcorn bags, like big 2-ounce bags,
Wow.
to go in our gift bags for all of our attendees. That's going to be really fun. It's at a beautiful home across from the Indian Canyons Golf Course on Murray Canyon Drive. And then one night out is, even though it's October 7th, we've been meeting, we are organizing, we are outreaching to all the people who are going to make that event fantastic. And we're working really hard to make sure we keep the price exactly the same and not turn into other charities in the Valley that leave so many people behind. We really are committed to that. It's gonna be really fun. So one night out Bollywood. And I'm gonna pause there. Those are my 11 plates spinning in the air. And yeah, it's really fun. And I'm not even sharing all the back end stuff, but this is all the fun stuff. And we are really looking forward to July. When it's quiet.
Right. Right.
So,
Dr. Sweeney?
Kathy, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Karen.
No, does Kathy have something to add?
I didn't know if you wanted to share something, Kathy.
No, I'm just amazed at all the plate spinning, and I haven't heard any shattered glass, and
Oh,
it pretty must be amazing. I'm seeing all those, like sticks and things twirling in the air. It's just you make us proud, Ellen. What can I say?
Thanks, Kathy. Appreciate that.
definitely.
Dr. Sweezy, do you have anything to add?
I do. Just along those same lines, this is a year that I've heard so many people, say has gone by so quickly and has really taxed people mentally and physically, been a little bit exhausting. And I know I've shared those stories with Ellen and she shared them with me. But at the same time, people are doing more. And it's wonderful. It worries me. But as a district, we continue to just provide more for our students. And that goes for everybody, classified and certificated across the district. People are really committed to this community and to these kids and families and our staff. And so Ellen's a great example of that. So Simone and I always check in on her, make sure she's not burning too many candles at too many ends and spinning too many plates. And the rest of the district too is looking forward to July. Slows down a little bit mid-June, but we're going to be having lots of great summer programs all throughout the summer. One thing I did want to add, just I saw Ellen at an event yesterday, so I just want to tell a little story about connections in the Valley and donors and funders. We were both at the Do the Right Thing Awards at the Palm Springs Police Department, and Ellen was recognized by Terry Ketover, who's the organizer, and then the chief of police for Palm Springs, Chief Mills, who's doing a wonderful job, in my opinion. He came up at the end of the presentation to really just thank the schools as well. But he also thanked donors in the community, and donors in the community who helped that program Do the Right Thing, do its thing, and thanking the school district for our contributions. And then when he was done, he came right over to Ellen and I at the back of the room and started introducing us to some new local potential donors. Wouldn't you say, Ellen?
Yes.
And I just really appreciated that. It just showed me the reputation that the district has in the community, the reputation that the foundation has in the community. And even here's one of our great community resources, the police department. And he was helping to make connections between the foundation, the district,
Yeah, he was great.
and some potential donors in the community. So I just wanted to share that because I think that kind of momentum has been a long time coming, but I can definitely feel it. And I know Ellen does too. That's part of being so busy and overwhelmed, but it's really everything the district does and everything the foundation does continues to build the momentum in the community and increase kind of the public perception of what we're all doing for the kids here. So thank you, Ellen. I hope
Thank
it's
you. That
okay.
was
I
a nice
shared that story.
I got a little teary-eyed. That was a very nice moment yesterday.
Yeah, I just so unexpected, but so kind and so natural. You know, anyway, it was nice. I was proud, and you were proud, and so it was a great moment.
Great. That sounds wonderful. Thank you, Ellen, again, and all of your board for doing so much for our school district. I mean, it really puts us out there in the forefront of doing really things that are extra special for kids. And I'm so proud to hear about the Race Academy and having a woman.
I know.
Yeah.
That was great.
That is
Would you like to see the financials?
okay.
I just would need the ability to share.
Sorry about that, Ellen.
Oh, no, it's okay.
You should be good to go.
Okay. Yay. Okay. I'll just share this just really quickly. And I couldn't be prouder, to be honest. It's just, so, I mean, you've seen this each month. I do show this, and it is a breakdown of where all the funds are. And so what I really wanted to brag about, if I may, I just want to kind of slide all the way down. I'll kind of go slowly so people don't get dizzy. There's the shoe information I shared. But I think this is where I just really couldn't be prouder. And so our number right now for where we are at year to date is $2,997,405. And I will say, if we take the estate gift out, which was $2 million, we're about $3,000 away from $1 million. Yay! Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
So
that's
I just
awesome.
wanted to give everybody a big shout out, my team and everybody, for that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
very exciting.
That's fabulous. That's great. Any other comments?
Well, I just wanted to say, just from a historical perspective, I remember discussing and having, before Ellen arrived, trying to figure out that we needed to save at least $10,000 aside so we could close down the foundation and, cover the legal, expenses of doing that. And we've gone from that to almost $3 million.
Yeah.
In a decade, it's just incredible. It really is. And how everyone has focused together. And I just was thinking how wonderful that you have someone like Jeremy Hobbs contacting UCR to, commission analysis of something that's actually specific to the district, and that shows me how important that collaborative relationship is between the foundation and the district, and how we can help kind of boost each other up. We can't do anything. The foundation is worthless without having the district, and here the district is getting this information from, an essay contest, from donors, and an academic study that may help target what's needed at certain levels. I think this is just a wonderful collaboration that's inspiring. And that's on the, the academic and just general health wellness side. But, in terms of financials, it's really, I think the community has responded to it. And that's why the financials are there,
Right.
is because of that. And it, the respect that people have for it. So I just think it's a tremendous achievement that the district has accomplished, because really the district led this movement to, Karen was there to, bring Ellen, aboard and, get this snowball, rolling down the hill. And it's amazing to watch. So kudos to everyone and everyone in the district. I don't think it could be possible without the leadership on the district board and without Mike's specific leadership as superintendent, because you're so open, Mike, and so willing to listen. That's a rare skill in a leader to, these days. And I think that really is yielding benefits right now.
Thank you. Thanks, Kathy. I appreciate that.
And everything you've said is true, Kathy, everything. And
Mhm.
we're ready to shut it down before Ellen came aboard. And
Yep.
really working with our administrative team and our superintendent. And the last couple of years have been really great, having Mike and Simone aboard to work with Ellen. Been very positive. And the board is very, very appreciative of everything that the foundation does. So kudos to everybody.
Thanks.
Any other comments?
I don't think so.
I'm not sure where it would fit in the agenda. We do a presentation June 14th to the board. And last time we were together prior to a presentation, I did ask what you thought you might like to hear, or what your colleagues might like to hear. I know John's not here, but Mike, Simone, and I are meeting next week. So Karen, if you have any thoughts about what you think that the board would like to hear this time around, I would appreciate you sharing those.
Well, I think this update that you gave today is great because it's closing out the year. And also maybe just a little bit into next year. What are your goals for next year? If that's possible, or if you want to do that after you meet in the summer. But I think closing out the year is a good thing because it's on such a good note. I mean, this is fabulous, everything that's been done this year.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So
I
Mike will
agree.
do that on Monday.
Yep, that's perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, anybody else? All right, we'll move down to approval of board foundation subcommittee meetings minutes from April 20th, 2023. I hope everybody had a chance to go over them. May I have a motion to approve?
Yeah.
Ellen, are you doing that?
Kathy is making a motion.
Okay.
So moved.
Okay.
I can second. And there is one spelling correction I'd like to add. And that Jazzy is spelled Jasi, and that's Jerry Argovitz Sports Institute. Otherwise, I thought they looked really good. Thank you.
Geez, I didn't even catch that.
Okay. Anybody else? All right, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor of approving the minutes? Say
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, great. The next board meeting for our foundation and school board subcommittee is June 15th, 2023 at 3 p.m. And may I
June
have a
15th.
motion? I'm
Is
sorry.
Yeah. Oh, so I'm presenting, when am I presenting to the school board? Oh, the 13th. My apologies. I said the 14th.
I think the 13th.
Monica's like, uh-huh.
Okay. All
Okay,
right.
motion to adjourn.
Okay, a second, anybody? Kathy, a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Mike, can you stay on? I could just